welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Lamia and this is the Lam Style, and I am your personal stylist and image consultant, and I'm here to talk everything fashion, and I hope you will enjoy this video today. In today's video we are going to discuss the details of the quota bag from Hermes. I know that lots of people are very interested in purchasing their first quota bag or just purchasing more as an investment, and I believe that is the best investment bag out there in the market. So I thought maybe I should create this video for you guys. I will be putting all the information that you need to know about quota bags on this video so that you have all the information in one place. You don't have to go look anywhere else. I looked around YouTube, no one is actually sharing the information I'm going to share with you today. So I'm going to give you all the details that you need to know if you are going to purchase a quota bag. And let's say I will include a bit of Constance too, because in some countries Constance is still a quota bag, in some others it's not. But I'm going to give you my perspective from my experience in London. So I will be referencing to some details in London stores from Hermes, and also this is a good information to learn if you are going to buy stuff from a reseller. Let's get straight to it, and I'm going to share with you exactly what we are going to talk about today in detail. Later we will go through it one by one. So, first thing, we're going to be talking about the quota bag system based on Hermes experience at London store. Then we'll be talking about the wish list and how to build your wish list in the store. Then I will take you through the list of sizes and kinds of Hermes Birkin with the prices, and also the Hermes Kelly with the prices. Also, I will take you through the list of Constance bags with the prices. Then we will move to talking about the Hermes leathers and the kind of leathers that exist. We have around 40 leathers that you can purchase at Hermes, and then you have the exotic skins. We'll go through that also. And in the end of it, we will go through the stamps so that you understand what these stamps refer to and why they have them there. Also, I will be sharing information on the screen, and I will be putting for you long lists on the screen. So get ready to be screenshotting them if you want to save them. And also you can save this video in your watch list so that you can come back to it later and check it. So all this information, I'll be sharing it today on this video, and let's start. So as everyone know, the quota bag is not something that you can just rock into any shop and be like, oh yeah, I want to purchase a quota bag and they will give it to you. That is not the case with Hermes bags. So the quota bags is usually given to people who have already purchased a lot at the Hermes store. It's usually based on the relationship you have with the SA that you work with at that store. And I highly recommend, if you want to build a good relationship with Hermes and the SA, to go always and purchase from the same store. Here in London we have few stores, and I think the best experience you can have is with the store on Sloane Street. Sloane Street is around Knightsbridge, if you know where it is. So that is the one where you can get appointments easily, and I feel like the SAs there are more open, more friendly, because I think on the Bond Street store there is a lot of pressure of clients and tourists. So I highly recommend you go to the Sloane Street one if you are in London, or if you live in London and want to purchase it. That's the first thing. Second thing is that you need to purchase a lot. So that is the system. They want to see if you are a fan of the brand, and the more you purchase, the more chance you have to be offered a quota bag. And then you can build your wish list. The wish list that you build in store has changed since the time that the wish list has been created. For the last year, it has changed a lot. So you used to be able to put lots of leathers, lots of hardware in your wish list and request lots of options, so that whatever bag comes in, you have high chance to be offered that bag. But things have changed, and now in London, I'm speaking about London more specifically, they have limited actually on your wish list how many leathers you can put, how many hardware you can put. And I think this is just a way to show that you really know what you want, and it just reduces the options for them, like makes it easier for them to know exactly what you need. And if the bag is close enough to what you want so that you don't reject it, I think. And yeah, I feel like it's, in my opinion, it's better, because when you give too many options, then you might be offered too many bags and be rejecting them. When actually you give just specific details about the bag that you want, then you end up having something closer to what you really like. So let me give you the detail of what you can today in 2024 put in your wish list. So you have to actually be very, very specific. It's either a Birkin or a Kelly, and you have to be very specific about the size. You can only put one size. Also, you can just choose one color, one hardware, and one leather. So you can't really, before you used to be able to put few leathers, like I used to ask for 2 or 3 leathers, and I would also be able to, for hardware, I would be, not actually for hardware, I always asked for 1, but then for the sizes you could say, yeah, I want 2 sizes, you know, 2 kind of size, I'm open for both. So now it's not the case anymore. In your wish list you have to put just 1, and that wish list stays active, let's say, for exactly 12 months. Before it used to be shorter time, it used to be around 6-8 months until 10 months, but now it's a bit longer. You can have that wish list for 12 months and then it expires, and then you can go back again and put a new wish list. Another detail that maybe you should think of is that if you put your wish list in one store in the city, in London for example, you can't go to another store and put another wish list. You have to actually cancel the previous one and create a new one. So I think you're not able to do that today because of the system, and everything is connected, and you know, things are very transparent between stores and cities, so they can pick up that you have created another wish list somewhere else. So make sure that you really know exactly what you want before you put your wish list. And I mean, if you show really genuine interest in the brand, and the SA can pick up on it, and they can, you know, affect, I mean, your genuine interest can affect the time in which you will get your bag. So it's all about being really someone who loves the brand, and they don't want to know that you are someone who doesn't really care, or you would buy it here and just go sell it straight away. It's not something that the brand is keen on, and they don't really like to pick up on that feeling that you're not really genuinely in love with the brand, you know. Another thing is that keep in mind, if you are a tourist and you build in a wish list in London, you are not given the priority. The priority and the preference is given to locals, people who live in the UK. So I mean, you can try your chance, but that kind of system when you are a tourist works more when you are in France and maybe other countries, but in London doesn't really work that well. I know London and Spain, they both have this system because I have experienced that with them. Locals have more priority than the tourists. Just keep that in mind. Okay, now let's have a look at the Hermes Kelly sizes, which is the usual list that you will find at the store. And we will go through the prices of each one. So you have the Kelly Pochette, which is a small size, and you have the Kelly Mini, which is size 20. Then you have Kelly 25, which is a bit bigger. I'm going to put for you some photos here so that you can see the size and the differences. Then Kelly 28 and Kelly 32. Okay, so I'm going to be reading from a list, but I'm going to put for you pictures with the reference of the prices here. So let's start with the Kelly 20, which is the mini. So it depends on the leather, the prices change depending on that. So I'm going to give you a range of prices, and I'm going to give you the price in euros. So the Kelly, it starts between 7,150 euros to 27,900 euros, and we're talking about the highest price for alligator kind of leather. So the Kelly 25 is between the price of 9,000 euros to 42,400 euros. And then you have the Kelly 28, ranges between 9,500 euros to 10,700 euros. The Kelly also is around 9,850 euros to 10,700 euros. And the Kelly Pochette is between 5,000 €25,200, and it can go up to 25,500 euros. And then you have the Kelly Dance. Kelly Dance can go up to 16,200 euros. And then you have the Kelly 20 en désordre. That is around 11,400 euros. And you have the Kelly Picto doll, which is like, it looks like a doll, you know. And that in Epsom will cost around 13,400 euros. This is to just give you an idea around the prices. I don't have the prices in detail for each one, but this is a big range where you can just have an idea of the average price of these bags. You can have size 25, size 30, size 35, and size 35. Also, you can have the big sizes, which is 40 and beyond. So it depends, but those are the most popular ones. Then if you want to have an idea about the prices, usually it starts at let's say Birkin 25 starts at 8,600 euros and can go up to 42,100 euros for a matte gaiter. And then you have Birkin 30 in Togo, for example, Togo leather. It can start at 9,400 euros up to 10,400 euros. The Birkin 35 starts at 10,200 euros. And so I am going to include here the Hermes Constance, just because in some countries it's still a quota bag. It is not a quota bag anymore in France and in the UK, but just let me share with you an idea of the sizes and also the prices. So for the sizes, you can have size 18, 24. You have also Constance to go wallet. It's very popular here, like people love it. Sometimes they wear it and then they try to style it as a bag. So those are the most popular sizes, and let's go through some prices so that you have a better idea of the range of price for the Constance from the store. So for Constance 18, it starts at 6,950 and it can go up to 17,700 euros. And Constance 24 starts for Epsom leather starts at 7,600 euros. So this is a quick idea of the prices. It's all, as I said, depends on the leather that you choose at the store, and the prices change a lot when it comes to you know, the leathers that you choose, the hardware, and of course, these prices I have shared with you are very new. They are the prices for 2024 with the increase that happened in January 2024. Okay, it is time now to share with you some ideas of the leathers that you can have at Hermes and you can request for your quota bag. Let me just mention to you that they have more than 40 kind of leathers. I'm going to share with you just few popular ones that you see the most people carrying, or they're very available, but the range of leathers at Hermes, it's very, very big. So let me just share with you a few of them that are very popular, and I'm sure you have heard about them before. I have a list here because I can't memorize all of them and I don't want to miss any. So you have Barenia calfskin and then Barenia Faubourg. Those are two different leathers. You have the box calf and you have the butler. You have chèvre, which is goat, chèvre chamkila, and you have chèvre chandra and chèvre mysore. You have Clémence, Dobli. It's written like Doblis, but I'm pronouncing it a bit in French. You have Epsom leather, which is the most popular one and apparently the most durable leather. Like you don't scratch it easily, and it's really nice if you have a cellier style, which is the bag with the edges out, not inside but outside. It's called cellier. So that is very popular. Epsom leather is very popular with that kind of bags. And you have Evercalf, Evercolor, Evergrain, and Galop Hermes. You have Grizzly, Jonathan, Madame, Maurice, Monsieur Grenet, Negonda, Novilo, Swift, Tadelect, Togo, Vache Country, Vache Naturelle, and Volinka. So those are very, very popular and so easy to find them at Hermes. Also, when you go to do your wish list, they offer you lots more options with the leather. Believe me, with 40 leathers, you'll always find something that you like. So, before I start talking about the exotic skins for your quota bag, I want to mention something. I just mentioned it before, but I want to explain it in detail. So, when it comes to Kelly, you have two kinds. You have the Kelly retourné, which means in French returned, which is like inside out, and then you realize that the sewing and the edges happen to be inside. It feels like they sew the bag and then they returned it. And you have the cellier where the edge is outside. Usually that also is possible with the Birkin bags. It's the same thing. You have cellier and the retourné. The difference is that the cellier style is more structured and the bag sits nicely. With the retourné is a bit more slouchy. That's the difference. And it depends on what you like, then you choose, retourné or cellier. So next, let's talk about the exotic skins, and those are the ones that I am aware of. I'm not aware of anything else, so I'm just going to share with you things that I know. All right, so you have the alligators, and for the alligator exotic skin, you have the matte and the shiny. Also, you have the crocodile, and for crocodile, it depends on when it's coming. So the crocodile, you have the one coming from the Nile, and it's called Niloticus crocodile, and then you have Porosus crocodile and Morality crocodile. Then you have lizard, and I think the lizard is one of my favorites because I love the feel of the lizard and how the pattern on the lizard is so tiny and it looks so chic. So it's not very flashy. I like it. I like the ostrich too. And yeah, so those are the ones that I know about, that I have seen, that I have touched. Of course, we all know about the Himalayan one, which is one of the most expensive skins. It's very popular. All the celebrities carry that. And of course, there are other ones that I have not seen, I'm not aware of. But I mean, if you do your research online, you will find some examples of, exotic skins if you are a fan of that. So it is time to talk about these stamps, and usually these stamps you see them next to the Hermes logo or the opening of the bag, and usually it comes in silver or in gold, depends on the hardware that you have chosen for your bag. I don't want to be going too much in detail when it comes to the stamps because the information is huge. There's so much information when it comes to the stamps. There's so many of them, and you don't have to memorize it by heart. But I'm just gonna say that stamps is very important to identify where it's coming from. Is it like a special order? Is it made by the artisan for themselves? Is it and also helps with the date, the year, but the specific date and year is very hidden in the bag. It's usually in the inside. And then also this, we find the stamp also for the year. I find it around the, the belt, when with the closure, there are two belts usually for the bag. And this is where I find the stamp for the date. So let me give you an idea of the stamps and the dates, and I'm going to put a picture for you here. You can feel free to screenshot it and keep it with you. I mean, the information for the stamp is very common knowledge, it's very public, so there is nothing here that is hidden. But I mean, you can still keep it so that you understand where the bag is coming from and what year it was produced. So just to give you a better understanding of the stamps could be about the year of production, and there are symbols that show you where the bag is coming from. So let's say the most simple example of that symbol is the horse bit. Is it horse bit? I don't know, the thing that like they put in the foot of the horse. I don't know how they call it. The horseshoe stamp. Oh my god. It's called the horseshoe stamp, And that usually comes next to the Hermes logo, and that refers to any bag that was a special order, you know. And for those who don't understand the special order, it means that the client got the chance to choose exactly what they want, the hardware, the leather, everything around it, which what I explained in the beginning when it comes to the wish list. But then wish list is separate because when you place a special order, you actually get exactly what you asked for. So that is limited to a certain category of clients who have a long history with the brand. All right, next symbol, just to give you an idea, is a symbol of the square right next to the logo of the brand. And that actually you will find it on an alligator bag, usually that is coming from the Mississippi River. That is a very specific symbol to that kind of leather. Then the next symbol is a bit of like a mini hat, like a half of a triangle that comes also next to the logo, and that one is for the crocodile um, process. That is one of the most expensive crocodile leather that is offered by Hermes, and usually they are farmed in Australia. And also, if you get a bag with the two dots next to the logo, and that no, you need to know that that one is an exotic skin from a crocodile from the Nile. And another sign that you need to look up for when you're purchasing an exotic bag, and if it's a lizard, then you will have a dash next to the logo. So all these are very specific symbols that you find next to your logos, just to kind of certify, give certainty about what kind of bag it is. And then one other symbol that I want to talk about here, the shooting star. Usually that is a bag that the artisan has made for themselves for their personal use. Some of them sell them in the resale market, and you might end up buying that one. It is a nice gesture from the house to let artisans make bags for themselves, but it's very rare also to find this bag in the resale, but you might come across that, so you need just to know what that symbol means. One more specification for the ostrich bag. If you are purchasing one, this bag will not come with any stamp next to the logo. It's just a practice of the house, so if you don't see a stamp, don't be alarmed. The ostrich bag doesn't come with any stamp. So let's move to the year stamp. And I have a chart for you here. You can just take a picture of it. And usually it just refers to the year that the bag was made at. And you know, this stamp usually is, like I said, in the back of the belt that comes close to close the bag, or to, you know, that you put on the lock and you close it. So on the back of it, on the leather, you will find this stamp to refer to the date that the bag was made at. So here is the years for you as a reference. You can screenshot it and keep it with you so that you know, you can check it yourself, you can check the bag yourself. So just to give you a background of the date stamp and when it started. So the house started using the stamp from 1945, and in the 70s they started putting a circle around the stamp, you know, because it was just the stamp by itself, just the letter, and then they started putting the circle around the letter. So if you see a bag with the circle, you know it's in the 70s. And then after that, from 1997 until 2014, the house started putting the letter inside a square, and that, just to specify, it was from that era. So keep in mind, if you see a square, it's after 1997 and until 2014. And then in the middle of that year of 2014, Hermes decided to just let go of that square, and then went back into just putting plain letters. Until today, this is what we find on the back. It's just the letter with nothing surrounding it. So this is it for this video today. I do hope you enjoyed this video. It's so much information in it, but I hope that next time you go to the store trying to purchase your quota bag, you will have more information in mind and you'll know exactly what you want. So if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I will reply to that. And don't forget to check my website for any information in styling, and I will see you in my next video. Stay safe. Bye.